Welcome everybody to episode 13.
Good evening, everyone. I am back. Ooh, can I hear myself?
Yes, she's back.
Can I hear myself?
Back again. Yes, she's back. 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 Yes, she's back.
Is it just me or the mics are off tonight a bit?
Off? What, like?
No?
I've just adjusted your headphone volume.
Did you? Oh, so maybe that's why.
So it's your hearing.
Oh.
No, you're probably hearing more.
Right.
You're hearing more or less of yourself.
I was hearing less, and I like to hear myself.
Oh, there you go. Rank it. You've already done it, have you?
Crank it up. No. I
up.
Just did it. Yeah.
A little tweak.
Yeah, a little tweak.
Nice.
What is happening? How have you been? What's the crack?
Oh my God! Like so much to cover
I
since I saw you last. I've done some really like out of whack stuff. Yeah.
Like what?
I have a cat.
And he does. And you know what? The cat is going crazy right here.
Honestly, I don't have a cat anymore. I had one for a week until Adriana turned up 15 minutes ago. And then, like, I've just been disowned.
Sorry. The cat
You're not
instantly took to me. And then James goes, this must have been a woman's cat.
It was so a woman's cat. Honestly, Adriana opened the door. There was loud noises. And it's like, what's going on? And I was looking. I was like, oh, she's in a bed. How's she gonna handle this? First other human she's witnessed in my house. Anyways, the door opens. She half runs off, catches a glimpse of Adriana, stops, looks back, purrs. I'm like, what? Instant love.
Instant love.
I witnessed love at first sight there.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Me and Cinders.
Love at first sight.
I love
exists.
Love the name Cinders.
I think that must. So describe Cinders. Jet black, right? Just a black cat.
Just a black cat.
Just a black
And
cat with green eyes.
She's beautiful. Like even when I know she's like just black, but she's got like lovely features and lovely eyes. I don't know. She's beautiful.
Yeah, she's lovely. But she's called Cinders, and I'm guessing that's like is the cinders? Is that not the leftovers of like a fire, like a sort of charcoaly black rubble that's left at the end? They called that the cinders, didn't they? So that's where I think it comes from.
Where is she now?
I have absolutely no idea,
she
but I guarantee you, wherever she is, she's currently watching you. That's what I've learnt about cats.
Cinders.
They scurry off, but they're constantly observing. They're having a butcher's.
She'll be back.
So she's looking at us, and we can't see her.
We need to introduce her. She's so fun.
I think she will make an appearance, I reckon.
I hope so. She's really fun. She's very playful, and right away she came up to me and rubbing her wee head in my leg. And
you got love.
Yeah. And you're jealous.
That didn't happen to me. I'm telling you. It didn't happen that way with me. It was much slower, much more considered. And I think it was only after the food came out that I got like a little bit of friendship. But that's fine. I don't mind. I can play second fiddle. That's no problem.
Listen, I can't help it.
It's just love at first sight. What can I say?
And I love animals. Like me and Mum used to have a cat and a dog. We had a black cat called Lucky.
You had a black cat as well?
A black cat, yeah.
Oh, so this thing, what are you... Was it that cat?
No. Our cat passed away.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
So I got that little cat arrived. God, must have been 16, 17 years ago. Arrived in a little shoebox, and she
what?
Yeah, she was only a couple of weeks old.
Like a little kitten.
A little tiny thing. You could literally, she was just sitting in my arm, in my two hands.
Eyes barely, like a head barely big enough to hold those
Yeah,
eyes.
she was tiny, and she stayed with us for years and years until, you know, she got very ill about 2 years ago, and she was literally gone in 2 days, some sort of a strokey situation, and she was gone in 2 days. But we moved over the years, and she never left us, and I don't know, she was just so. And then, for example, we didn't have a litter box, so she would ask to go out.
Right. Okay. How would she ask?
She would scratch at the door.
Okay.
Or she had a routine, you know, she would get up in the morning, she would leave, go out, and then she would be out all day and come in the evening. So
Love that.
she had a great routine, you know. We never had a litter box, which was handy because
you didn't have to deal with it.
Oh no, because you had to deal with the litter box.
That's my awkward moment of the week.
Can't wait to get into that
Oh
one.
my God.
But no, we loved that cat, and then obviously I got the dog. I got Shiloh.
Shiloh. I love that name.
Shiloh. It was made up because she was very shy whenever I went to see her, and her mum was called Willow.
Willow.
Willow, yes.
Willow's a cool name too.
Yes, I just put the two Shiloh. Her full name was Shiloh Starlit Kisses.
There you go.
That was on her kennel club registration. She was a purebred Weimaraner, and she was the best thing that happened to me. And I miss her. She passed away a couple of years ago too. So the dog and a cat nearly kind of passed away at roughly, you know, the same time. Natural causes.
That must have been heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was, because, you know, they were on a journey with us, you know, for years, and we all shared a house, me, mum, and the dog and the cat. And then I moved out, and then I took the dog with me, and then mum took the cat.
Right.
But yeah, animals are wonderful. I would love to have an animal. Obviously, I live alone at the moment. I would love, but now with some new developments around jobs and things like that, and me getting a new job, and I will be spending more time in the Republic of Ireland, Cork to be precise. So I don't really want to.
You haven't got space, have you?
I don't really have. Oh, there she is. She's coming in.
She might make an appearance, people. So for those of you, actually, you might have heard her just then, but she's coming over. So we may get a bit of audio. But for those of you watching on TikTok and YouTube, she's going to put in an appearance. Here she comes. But look, it's so dark, you probably won't even see her. You might see a pair of. Oh, here she comes. She's now behind. Oh, you saw a tail there in front of the broadcasting. Like, how you doing? You all right? You going to say something to our listeners? You going to say something? Here we go.
She may not let me.
She's quite dark looking. It's my. Oh, here we got eyes. We got eyes and a tail on the broadcasting light. There we go. Fantastic. Yeah, so she's putting in an appearance. Yeah, lovely job. Yeah, I mean, see, the thing is, I know how you feel, right? Because I was going to get a dog because, you know, I just wanted an animal, like, a bit like yourself, really. And I know my kids love having an animal. They did have a dog, but then the dog that lasted about a month, and they're a bit, you know, really keen to just have an animal. I get, God, she's taking over, mate. Have a bag of that. Anyways, you just take over, love. Her name is Cinders. I know we've said that. Yeah, there she is. Introduce yourself. You got to say something, though, because some people are listening on Spotify, so we need a bit of audio. But yeah, I mean, I don't even go into the office all that often. It's only like every other week, but even that was enough to put me off getting a dog, because I just weren't sure that on those days that I had to go into the office, or on those times where I have to fly to London, I what are you going to do with a dog? And I got no guarantee on how they're going to get cared for, so I didn't. That's why I got Cinders, because I thought, okay, cats are kind of self-reliant, and I am flying to London next week, and I'm only flying in overnight, so that's okay. She can look after herself overnight. That's all right.
I can come up and feed her or whatever, so there's no problem.
Mate, do you know what? That was a concern of mine. Well, we'll sort the key out then. Heard that. That's an agreement. We shook hands on that.
We shook hands on that. So yes,
For
that's
those that can't see, we didn't.
that's no
but
problem.
We'll
Yeah,
just say
that's
that
no
we
problem.
did.
No, I have no problem at all. Like I look after my mum's cat when they go away, or
Yeah.
so there's no problem.
Oh, awesome stuff. Well, that actually.
She has now a permanent spot on this table while we're doing.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, mate, she's found the little plastic tag from the tea bag. You know the string that hangs over the side of the mug when you've got a proper tea bag.
She's gonna play with it.
She's playing with that like it's a little mouse. It's quite cute actually. Yeah. So animals. Well, listen. So yeah, I got a cat, and like, what's been happening with you? You mentioned this new job. Tell us more, please.
Well, like obviously it's still new, and I'm super excited moving into something different, but I am moving over to super sad obviously leaving my current job because the team is amazing where I'm at in this job, and I learned so many new skills, and you meet new people and you develop new friendships and things like that. But I'm at the stage of my life whenever I just because I'm also came away from all dating stuff and online sites and everything, so I feel like I'm struggling a little bit when it comes to making friends and meeting new people and having kind of like a social outlet. So I have been dying for a bit of a change or like a location change.
Yeah.
So I got this job offered, and it's an organization I have known for years, for a long, long time. I think 8-9 years I've known them. I have previously worked with this organization, and it's all about arts and culture, and that's where I've always been passionate about that, and I'm moving into a role of a development officer. So just working on partnerships, sponsorships, and all of that, and events, and representing the company, and bringing new people on board. And the organisation is expanding into the Republic of Ireland, and they are opening offices in Cork. So I will spend some time there, which I'm super, 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 super excited about. I have been like Googling Cork a little bit and reaching out. I have a friend who I reached out to who lives in Cork. So I reached out to the person. I'm like, I'll be down maybe a bit, I don't know how often, whatever, but can you show me around? Can you show me like the hidden gems? And
Nice.
because Cork is a real cultural city. I think it was a culture city of Europe in 2005 or something.
Well,
it's the second largest city on the island, I believe. And
I've got nothing against Dublin, right? I'm pro Dublin. I love Dublin, but some people say it ain't real Ireland anymore. It's become very touristy, and they say that if you wanna witness sort of real Ireland, I say real Ireland, that sounds negative. I don't mean it negative.
Yeah.
Authentic or old Ireland, whichever phrase you want to use, but Cork would be a different representation than a Dublin.
Interesting, because Cork
more authentic.
Yeah, Cork is also quiet, kind of like a business, tech, pharmaceutical hub for companies. American companies. I think there's Apple.
Yeah.
There's a couple of other like large companies there.
Yeah.
I know TikTok has an office in
Uber
the Republic, LinkedIn.
Uber's over
but
in
I think
because
those
Ireland
are
have
Dublin.
got but I think they have offshoots. But yeah, no, you're right. I mean, so I know someone from Cork, a friend of a friend. But I hear Cork is super, super cool. But my granddad, Roberts, my granddad Robert Mulcahy, is from a town called Dungarvan, and Dungarvan is in Waterford.
Okay.
But it's on the border with Cork. So it's like I think it's about 20 minutes from Cork.
Yeah.
So actually, my family, a large part of my family are from down that way.
Very good.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But like it's the Southern Atlantic, so it's like wild coastlines. You'd love that.
Oh,
mate.
I'm
Don't get dragged away by the waves, mate. This is no Ballygally.
I know.
This is the Atlantic, mate.
And it's warmer.
Yeah, the climate yeah.
Anyway,
What's not to like, eh?
What's not to like? I am super excited. Really looking forward to exploring the city. If you are from Cork or from that area, give me a shout. Send me some links or places that I should visit or to check out, or what's good, what's amazing, what I should not miss and I need to see and try and all of that. So, Cork. Yeah. So, but I will be floating between Belfast and, so like I'm going to be half.
Mate, best of both worlds.
But there's no more flights. There used to be flights from Belfast to Cork, but there's no more flights. So I'm going to have to just take the train or drive.
Hey, listen, you could do worse, mate. You could do much worse. There's great travelling, whether it's by train or by car.
And I love driving.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't mind a 5-hour drive at all, because I can just stick a podcast on. Or
you can.
I can actually, probably I can drive 5 hours solid in silence.
So when you say silence, you mean like no radio, just road noise?
Just
and
some
breathing.
people would say raw dogging it.
Raw dogging it.
And that's do you know when I heard
isn't
that?
that sex without a condom?
No.
I think it is.
I don't know.
I think you got that confused.
Is it? Because the first I heard raw dogging when someone said when it was assigned or linked to flying. So you go on, let's say, a 6 or 7 hour flight from Dublin to Boston, and you raw dogging it, meaning no movies, no headphones, no music, no book, nothing. 6 hours. You're sitting there with your thoughts.
I really like the notion of that, but I'm telling you now, the origin is like naked body parts.
Okay. Right, can we come up with a new phrase then? I don't know.
Go au natural.
Cold turkey?
Cold turkey, unstimulated.
Cold turkey then, yes.
Yeah.
I can do cold turkey 5-hour drive to Cork, no problem.
That is brutal. I wonder whether I could.
Because I'm friends with myself.
I must admit, I do talk to myself a lot. I'd have company. What would worry me is how many of me there'd be in the motor. Do you know what I mean? There might be more than one.
Every time I go home in the summer, my aunt says to me, like, who are you talking to? I'm like, I'm talking to myself. Says, you're chatting away all day. And I'm like, yeah, I'm friends with myself. I'm my best friend.
We have the same trait, because that is a big part of me. I'm in the office full of loads of people and I'm talking to myself all day, and no one else in the office does it. It's just me. I'm sitting there going, hang on a minute, let me just
I love that. I would just record you.
Delete that. Hold on. Oh, bugger. Send. Right, that's it. Right, next thing. What we're going to do now? And I'm like,
and they'll listen.
And I'm looking at these screens, and it's just full on commentary, and people are just sitting there silent, going. James constantly talks to himself, but I just do.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too.
It's a thing. So yeah, I could raw dog it.
You could.
Yeah.
Me too, and I'm gonna try it, because like I don't know, every time I do that, I feel like I sort my compartment. Hold on, let me say this. Let me get this word. Compartmentalize. Yeah.
Beautifully done.
Yeah. Compartmentalize my thoughts on that drive, and I do that every morning. Not worried, like I don't have music on. I don't listen to radio. I have Spotify, so I would stick a podcast on, or I have like playlists that I create. But 45-minute drive to Ballymoney in the morning, no problem. Just like figure things out, whatever's bothering me, or if I'm not too sure. And that Cork drive, 5 hours, I could, that's like therapy.
Well, we have covered a number of topics since we've started the podcast that feed into that narrative, and that is that you're being influenced with not fake frequency, but you're being influenced with 440 hertz coming through the radio for a start, which knocks you a couple of degrees off your natural vibration.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one contributor. We've also discussed how kids nowadays suffer because they never experience boredom.
Yes.
And boredom actually helps creativity, because through boredom, the brain activates itself to other levels, to do other things. And it's with that imagination that gets unlocked in cold turkey that actually expands the brain and gives your brain that the space to breathe without outside interference. Just
Yeah.
your own thoughts and your own, you know.
And when was the last time you went out for a walk without your headphones or any type of distraction? Just you out there in nature enjoying your walk.
Do you know what? It's funny you should say that I actually know the last time I've done that. But it backs into this story. So when I used to do a lot of walking last year before I moved house to here, I say last year, it was a year before. But I used to walk miles, didn't I? And I used to walk not far
'cause
from you.
Yeah, you had no car.
Yeah, exactly. And I used to walk down by the mill, you know where the
Mill
mill
Race Trail.
You got it. So the last time was I was walking over the wooden bridge.
Yes. The shaky bridge.
The shaky bridge. I was walking over the shaky bridge and I thought to myself, I know I forgot my headphones today, but actually I prefer it because I could hear the waterfall from underneath. You know, there's like a couple of little waterfalls there.
And that is such a lovely walk too, because you've all
Beautiful.
the wildlife and the birds and everything. Senders is back.
Well, this is it. I could hear the water. I could hear
Yeah.
the waterfall. I could hear my feet on the wooden bridge. I could hear the birds in the trees. I could hear the rustling of the wind in the branches.
Yeah.
And all that is completely screened out with headphones.
Yeah, it is.
And I loved it. It made me appreciate the river so much more.
It's interesting then when you go out and let's say, because you mentioned, the frequency and what did you say? 400 and
440 hertz is the new manufactured radio frequency.
And it should be 400 and...
It should be 434?
Okay.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Not far off.
So imagine you go out for a walk and you want to enjoy nature, but the frequency of the music that you're listening to is bringing you down already.
But it's so subtle, you don't even know. It's just. Unfortunately, life is like death by 1,000 cuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got the frequency of the radio, it's just a little bit off tune. You got the fact that the TV's there to turn on and zone out to. You've got all these distractions, all these modern things, all these modern pressures, all these things. We get addicted to all sorts of things, food, whatever. There's all these things, but actually just unplugging from the matrix.
And I did that last week on holidays.
Mate, what a segue.
What a segue.
The queen of segues is back, people.
I was away on Lanzarote with my mum for a week.
Lanzarote.
Well,
mate, I bet it was gorgeous.
No, don't get excited. Oh
What?
My God.
Lanzarote?
What a week.
Sun-soaked island.
No, it was more Lanzarote.
Lanzarote? This land is rotten. What happened?
The weather was rotten.
Don't. Yeah, what? As in, like, it was overcast a couple of
Right.
days.
Let's just say that also, I think there was also a case of expectations versus reality, right?
Yeah.
The lower the expectations, the higher the happiness levels. Okay.
Yes.
But because you had a preconceived idea and an expectation
Yeah.
that you go to Lanzarote and it's going to be... What's going on?
She's rattling with the blinds in the window.
Oh, it's too funny.
Nutcase.
She's... And then I did you just notice the mic was going like this. That was...
Wobbling mic. She didn't wobble my mic, did she?
That was her. That was
And it's
her-
my
her
cat.
pun. Too funny. But anyway, so you expect for it to be hot and sunny and all of that.
That is why you go.
That is why you go to the Canary Islands
Because it's
for
bulletproof,
winter
right?
sun. Well, no more.
I can't believe that.
No more. We landed first 2 days, so we were away for 7 days. First 2 days, rain. Then on the third day, we had
First 2 days, rain.
rain.
Oh, my God.
Day 3, we had an afternoon, morning, overcast, completely grey, afternoon sunshine.
Right.
So that was day 3. Day 4.
Did you get sunburnt on day 3?
Of course we did.
Oh, good.
Day,
well
day,
done.
day 4, we got a full day. For
What?
one day, we were able to sit by the pool. We went for a walk every morning, and then by the pool, book, sunshine, sunbathing. Yeah.
Lovely.
And then from day 4 to the end, it was day 4 again, got a nice afternoon. So it was like 3 days. We got a bit of a nice, a bit of
3 out of
vitamin
7.
D, bit of colour, whatever. Like I tan easy anyway, so I have.
You look tanned.
Yeah, I have great colour. My son just loves this. My skin loves the sun, and I just soak it up. So 3 days was perfect for me. And then the last couple of days was freezing, windy. The wind would cut you half.
What, like proper winter
Proper.
cold?
It's
Are you
meant to be a
sure?
windy island anyway.
Yes, because it's just out there in the Atlantic, isn't it? It's
Well,
exposed.
we were wearing jeans and coats and jackets and hoodies.
Coats and jackets.
Everything.
In Lanzarote.
Yeah.
Wow.
Daytime and the sun came. It was so funny. You were sitting on the lounger with your bikini on, and the sun came out. Towel off. You were roasting for like 30 seconds, and then the sun went away, and you were freezing. Towel on. Towel off. Towel on.
Mate, should have been a duvet.
I should have been a duvet.
Wow.
So funny. So yeah, we you go for a walk every morning. You go for dinner. We had some amazing food like every night. We just Googled a nice restaurant and we had all the local food, all the local fish. Like I said, I just want to eat fish. And some of the restaurants we walked into and the waiter goes, "What would you like?" And I said, "What's your local catch? What's the fresh fish today?" And he would rhyme off a couple of things. But I remember I tried halibut. And there was another
Halibut.
and then there's another one called masa
Okay.
or something, I don't know, but it was super tasty. And then we ate all the Canarian potatoes all
I
week.
love Canarian potatoes.
So tasty with
They
sea
are-
salt. Oh, so
They
good.
are fabulous.
Yeah, and all the fresh salads and all that. Now, we found a fabulous Italian, and I had a carbonara one evening that was just
Oh,
delicious.
You can't beat Italian, can you?
And then
It's
one
the
evening, I had
best.
like a salmon tagliatelle, fresh pasta. Like, oh my God. And then you got Campari and orange
Salmon.
juice and tiramisu as a dessert
Oh.
and panna cotta and sangria. And like, honestly, it was just.
Time to say goodbye.
And then you're half a stone heavier.
Yeah.
Good job
Mate.
we were walking every day. But the weather sucked. And I was bored.
Well, good. I'm glad you were bored. So you were cold turkey then? No, not cold turkey.
Well,
but you were.
I kind of had
you
a
were-
book, but
Yeah.
you read, but and it was like I love my mother dearly, but yeah, there's like towards the end of the week, I was like, I am ready to go home. I need my space. Then again, I live alone.
Ain't she listening?
Mom, I love you,
You're
but
brave.
she knows that. Like we love each other.
By the way, Mum, I don't endorse this. I'm not part of this next bit.
But I love my own space too. So like a week was like, but at the same time you learn so much about yourself. You learn to kind of manage your emotions and your moods
Yeah.
and all that. Because imagine you go away on like you start dating someone and you go away on a holiday together first time.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Do you learn so much
You
about each
learn
other on that
so
first
much.
holiday? That first holiday will make you or break you.
It will make you or break you is right.
Well, obviously with a family member, it's different with me and mom,
It
and
is
we've
different, but-
done holidays together before. So
So how did your mum feel about you? She might have got
She
bored
was
of you,
fed
mate.
up.
Just going to say, mate, that's a two-way
Listen.
street.
Listen, I know who I am and my shortcomings and all that. I can be a diva, but generally I am very easy to travel with.
So you say.
So I say, hopefully, Mom, can you put a comment in the chat that I'm easy to travel with or something? Can you save my skin here?
I need to know if this is true, Mum. Please leave a comment.
Please leave a comment. Yeah, I think she might be watching us.
Thank you so much for my Hungarian meatballs the other day, by the way. They were
Oh yes,
absolutely
the stuffed pepper,
yeah.
stuffed peppers, yeah, and
Oh.
and tomato passata.
Ooh, delicioso. Mwah. Chef's kiss, Mum. Thank you.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
And
the-
the pate. I didn't
the-
get to tell you directly.
The
The,
pate.
the pate at Christmas was unbelievable.
I think that's our love language for me and Mum is just food and gifting food and feeding people.
As you know, my mum's not doing too great, but I was chatting to my
Mm.
stepdad yesterday. No, it was this morning. Who am I
Mm.
kidding? This morning. And we were talking about how my mum was a classic Irish woman. She she came over to London when she was young. She was my granddad was a North London navvy,
Yeah.
which is a quite famous Irish community of people that came over to build the canals and the railways and the underground. We very much depended on Irish people to come over and build the infrastructure in London. And my granddad was a North London navvy. So my mum relocated to North London when she was about 8 years old. But she's still, very strong Irish family. But even though she doesn't sound Irish, she's got an English accent. Now she very much had those Irish virtues.
Okay.
So when me and my brother were young, like my mum would never express emotion in the kind of natural sense that we do now. Like I tell my kids I love them probably 30 times a day, but you just never got that out of my mum. You just never got it at all. She just never said it. Doesn't mean she didn't feel it.
Yeah.
But what she would do, how she would do it, is she would give me and my brother big dinners.
Oh.
And that was an expression of love.
A roast dinner.
Tasty, big food. And that she'd watch us eat our dinner, we'd be really satisfied and love it, and then that would give her satisfaction. So in my family, like, enjoying food was an expression of love.
Oh, 100%. Where I am the same. Everything evolved around food, Sunday dinners and gatherings, and food, and just brings people together. And food is love. Love is food, and my love language is to gift an experience of trying something new through food, and bringing joy and enjoyment and taste and just consistency and everything. Is that experience when you take a mouthful of something you've never tried before, or something new,
sensual,
something different. And even I feel like even my palate is quite limited to what's out there when you look at programs like, MasterChef and all of these, when they come up with these amazing combinations of flavors that you would never think of.
That's the one that gets me. Like, you get these, like, you're talking about Marcus Waring or whoever it is, and they've seen it all, or so they think, and then someone comes along and does something, and they're like, I would never have put that and that and that together, but it creates that.
Yeah, it's like all of these, like the chili chocolate and like all of these like amazing combinations of different, matcha with something else, or I don't know, this whole the pistachio is a craze at the minute, and everybody's going crazy about
pistachio is really in right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's and
we
I
were
also
talking
think
about
it's
that
such
at
an
work.
expensive nut too.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, but yeah, food.
Yeah, mate. So, holiday, would you go back to Lanzarote?
Unfortunately, I wouldn't. It's blacklisted. I have blacklisted that island. I also, it was very funny. Me and Mom after dinner would always nip into some shop, do a bit of shopping, and one of the shops it was like a local chain, but it was kind of branded items, but like with like a duty free type of prices, 40% cheaper.
Wow.
Normal.
Nice.
Great. Right. So for that reason, Lanzarote was brilliant for shopping. But we would just put around, we were just around like cosmetics. You're like chit chatting and, talking and bartering and looking through colours and like, try this, try that. And the girl, when I walked over to the till to pay for a few items that I had, she's like, I heard you talking Hungarian.
What?
She was from Hungary. She's like, I heard you talking. Are you here on holiday? I was like, yeah. I was like, what's your story? Lovely girl. She's like, I moved here. I live here full time. And she's been living on Lanzarote for 11 years now.
11 years.
11 years, yeah. Beautifully. She spoke beautiful language, the Spanish language and all. So, and we had a lovely chat in Hungarian. And she did say that since November, the weather's been terrible. And even the local people are saying that they have never experienced anything like this.
Since November.
Since November, it's just like you get 1 or 2 days a week that are nice, and the rest is just overcast or rain and wind. And they're like, they've never seen anything like it. That's new to them as well.
I'm wondering whether, have you heard of the Gulf Stream?
Yeah.
It's that weather system that goes from
Yeah.
across the Atlantic.
And she said that she's been there 11 years and she hasn't experienced this rubbish weather.
Yeah. So this Gulf Stream is a weather system that
Yeah.
comes across the Atlantic, and it doesn't come across in a straight line, but basically it brings with it like changes in weather.
Yeah.
So this Gulf Stream, park that 1 second. This Gulf Stream, Britain is in it, right? So the weather that we get in Britain is because of the Gulf Stream. If you were to draw a line on a map, we would actually be as far north as very far North America and Canada. So by rights, the weather in Britain should be the same as it is in Canada,
Okay.
which means really hot summers. I mean, really hot summers.
Yeah.
And ridiculously freezing winters of like -20, -30 and all that jazz. But because of the Gulf Stream, we get a completely different type of weather, and that's why the weather's nice in Cork, because the Gulf Stream comes off the Atlantic and onto the islands, and that's why we get temperate weather, and that's why Britain gets a wholly different weather to mainland Europe. And they reckon it's shifting.
Oh, interesting.
So the Earth is changing, and the
Yeah.
magnetic fields, they're saying they might even switch polar fields. Did you know that?
No.
So there's a negative and a positive like magnetic field on the Earth, and they reckon it might switch. And every so often, in cycles of I don't know how many millions of years or whatever, thousands of years, I'm making this up, but so they say the Earth is actually in a flux of change, and we don't fully know how that's going to impact everything. But one of the things that we're starting to see change in like actual real measured terms is the Gulf Stream looks like it's shifting.
Interesting.
And that Gulf Stream sounds to me like it's bringing British weather to Lanzarote.
Yeah.
And
I felt like I was in Helen's Bay for a week.
mate, Ballygally.
With Ballygally for a week.
You ain't got rain like this, Ballygally.
I jumped on a plane, I flew for 4 hours, and I got off in Ballygally.
You got off in Antrim.
Anyway, we slept. I probably slept 9-10 hours every night.
Do you know it was worth going for that, mate?
I've read a book. I brought 2 books with me. I finished one and I started another one. But otherwise, 9 p.m. in bed, I was quite bored. I was like busting to go out at least 1 or 2 nights.
I bet.
And that's what my mum said. You're gonna have to find someone else to go on a holiday with. It's like, right, okay. So pros and cons. Yeah, it was good to chill. Listen, if it would have been sunny all week and hot and all that, I would have never even worry about going out or whatever, because you're in the sun all day and you're relaxing, whatever. Yeah, you put yourself in a different.
It actually takes the
mind.
energy off you, doesn't
It does. You're exhausted by the end of the day, so you're in a different mind frame. But because it was just a bit meh, and you got bored, and there's only so much eating and shopping you can do, and walking and all of that jazz, and we took a couple of trips. Couldn't go too far. My mum's leg was really sore. She wasn't too well, but we took a couple of trips. We went into the capital, so you do a bit of sightseeing, bits and bobs.
Yeah.
But I was bored, so yeah. I have learned new things about myself.
Yeah.
How to manage my boredom and how to use it, and having to regulate yourself and regulate your emotions and someone else's emotions, and being in the same space. It was weird though, because me and Mum were together 24/7. So there's a couple of evenings I kind of took myself off and I went down to the bar for a drink, and I was just done a bit of journaling, and just to kind of be in my own space. And I think when we got back, I was straight into work. So I'm looking forward to this weekend, just to be home alone and just to be in my own little space. And
you did, didn't you? You did that really difficult thing of come back from holiday and have to go into work the next
straight
day,
the next morning.
which is tough.
So yeah. But anyway, Lanzarote, unfortunately, on the blacklist for me. So for next year, we maybe do Morocco. We're talking Morocco.
Oh, come on. You can't get bored in Morocco, surely. Yeah, that sounds great. Well, listen, you've been
Yes.
there now, you've done it,
Yes.
and you've come out the other side attempting 5 hours cold turkey on a drive down to Cork, I guess, and you've honed that boredom management
Yeah.
in rainy Lanzarote.
I'm rarely bored now. I wouldn't even call it. Even over there, I don't remember the last time I was bored because I have spent so much time to develop this skill of stillness, this skill of sitting with yourself in silence and not get bored, not seeking distraction, not feeling agitated. I am quite fidgety, so it's something that I have to work on and I've worked on and but learning to be able to sit with your thoughts and emotions and for hours and hours and hours and be okay with that and not and especially the silence bit. What I notice people over here, they like to fill every split second of the space with words.
It's a technique in negotiating to use silence as a weapon because people are uncomfortable with silence. They feel they have to fill the gap. So you force them to keep on talking when they really should stop.
Like even when I'm dating someone, it's nice to. I prefer dating someone who are similarly comfortable within their own body or mind or spirit.
Yeah.
That you can, the two of you can sit on a sofa and I read a book and the person reads a book, and you don't feel the need to be continuously entertaining each other. You can just be in your energy, the two energies together in the same container or space without having the need to fill the space constantly talking or whatever.
If you don't have that, you have no right being in a relationship.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Because I've been in situations like that. It's just you need, yeah. I always say it. The clues in nature. The clues in nature. Look at the herds of animal, the packs of wolves, whichever animal you want to choose. They all hang about in
Packs.
numbers, but they sit there and they chill out.
And they chill.
Look at the cat. Look
I
at
know.
Cinders sitting to our left. She's not interacting with us anymore. She's joining us.
She just joined the pack.
But she's sitting in her own space. She's not looking for attention anymore. She did that earlier, but not now. It's just, I'm sitting here, I'm just chilling, I'm with my own thoughts.
It's lovely, isn't it?
But look, there's a really good example there of nature. You probably can't see it, and I'm nodding over here, but we've got a cat that's just sat on the edge within a metre, on Adriana's side, may I say, and is literally just there. It's not looking to interact.
So how did you, like, I don't think I even, heard the story of how did you end up with a cat or whose idea was this?
So I was chatting with someone at work and I didn't even know they had a cat. And all of a sudden this big, massive cat jumped in front of the camera. I was like, what the hell is that? You're going to be eaten by a panther. Get out of the house, quick. It's like, oh, have you not met my cat? I was like, no, I've not. So anyways, she introduced this cat, lovely cat, and it was fine. And she went, yeah, why don't you get a cat? And I was like, well, because I'm not going to get a cat. I'm not a cat person. I'm going to get a dog. She's like, why haven't you got a dog? I said, well, because like I'm a bit worried that there'll be days where I'll stress out because I don't know who will be looking after them because I might be in London for a night or a couple of nights. I might be in Belfast for the day or 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
And I just can't commit to a dog. And she was like, okay, but you can do that with a cat. You do know that, don't you? And I was like, I'd never actually thought of that. I was like, that's so true. Cats aren't just as dependent
No, they look after
as dogs,
themselves,
right?
Yeah.
So literally in a moment, I was like, oh, so it's actually a cat that I need. Because I wanted a pet for the kids because they had a dog and that didn't last very long, so that went by the wayside. And they got a couple of rabbits. One of them died. The other one still lives in my garage, but it's not an animal you bring in the house and cuddle because it shits and wheeze everywhere. So, like, you get it out on the lawn and they're a bit skittish because they're rabbits. And anyway, so I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I'd like a rabbit on a plate.
well, you took one look at my rabbit and went, that is a fat rabbit. Do you remember? That is a fat rabbit. You was blown away.
Sorry, I have no filter. I have no
Her name is Biscuit. And do you know what Adriana went? You're a fat biscuit. It's true. That's what she said. She's never been the same since. Anyway.
Sorry, Biscuit.
So in that moment, I was like, holy moly. I'd never appreciated that a cat sort of comes and goes. Very much self-reliant. I'm not particularly a cat person. I don't dislike them and I don't overly like them. But like the pet I was looking for was a cat. Because it fits in with my lifestyle and the commitment level I can give. So while I was on that call, they went, why don't you get a rescue cat then? And I was like, yeah, why don't I get a rescue cat? Anyways, that just started a chain of events. I popped online, found out that the nearest animal sanctuary to me is like down the road.
Oh, yeah. Did you
half
go
a
to,
mile away.
Mid-Antrim?
I went to Mid-Antrim Animal Sanctuary. I went on their website, I should say, and they had, and it's like a shop window. They literally have cats on their
Loads
site
of cats, yeah.
that are available. Loads of dogs as well. I didn't look at the dogs because I'd have fallen for one and I'd have had to get it. So I just literally avoided the dogs. Yeah. But I went in to look at the cats.
Good move.
And so I looked on the website and then they said, oh, we open at 1 o'clock on Wednesday. We're only open 2 days a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays, and we open at 1. And I'm like, my lunch is at 1. So I literally went from the website down to have a little look, just to poke a nose in, just because it's literally 5 minutes down the road. So I poked my nose in and there was like 5 or 6 really beautiful cats, all with different backstories. And there was someone there that was giving me all the lowdown and everything. And it was all like great. And I was like, oh, brilliant. Yeah, I'll have that cat. And she went, oh, I'm really sorry they're taken, or that one's going home. And there was all these reasons why I couldn't have any of the cats there. I was like, oh, okay, never mind. I'll wait for one to come available. And she went, well, there is a new cat that's come in called Cinders. She only came in on Tuesday, but she's in the other room because we've not found space for her yet. Do you want to have a look at Cinders? I was like, I'll have a look at Cinders. So we walked up to the door where Cinders, she was in like, it was a door to a room, and in the room it had like multiple cages, but there was only 2 cats in 2 of the cages. One was this mental tomcat that was like just going bonkers. It was like feral cat.
Oh.
And the other one was Cinders. And literally from the moment that we opened the door and walked in the room, she didn't take her eyes off me. I now know it's probably because she was scared of me. But at the time I thought it's because she liked me. Anyway, that was it. I had a little cuddle and a little stroke. And I said, yes, thank you. I'll take Cinders. She went, well, hold on there. It's not as simple as that. You got to fill in a form and da-da-da. And I ended up having to come home and do a walkthrough video of my house to show that it was suitable of housing a cat. And I had to like point out where her bed was going to go, where her like food bowl was going to go, where her litter tray was going to go, and what it was like. Anyways, so I did my video, and the woman said to me, it usually takes about a week for us to approve applications and all this kind of stuff. Send your video through and da-da-da. Anyways, I sent my video through. So this is all on day 1, right? Mm-hmm. This is all culminating from the conversation I had. Okay. We're all within the same day here. So I send the video. Half an hour later, I get a phone call saying, thank you very much for the video. It's absolutely ideal. Would you like to have Cinders? I was like, yeah, I'll have Cinders. Great. They went, okay, then we'll contact you back and we'll arrange an adoption day, as they call it.
Very good.
So then they came back to me about an hour later and went, oh, we've got your adoption day, Mr. Howard. It's either tomorrow or Friday. I was like, I guess tomorrow then. They went, thank you very much. If you could please get here at blah, blah, blah time and make sure you've got a pet carrier. And that's it. So literally from a conversation with a mate at work on Wednesday morning, I then ended up leaving Mid-Antrim Sanctuary Animal Place with my own cat the very next day.
Love it.
And here she is, and I've
from seed
from seed to feed.
to reality
Yeah.
in a day or two,
Yeah.
and she's right behind us.
So just it to say that it's snowballed massively fast is an understatement.
She's gonna love it here. You're gonna have her spoiled.
Well, I just,
She's super cute.
I work from home most of the time, right? And you know that like I spend hours and hours at home on my own.
Yeah,
I just thought a cat would be a nice idea.
yeah.
Just something there to be my mate. But they're self-reliant
They're
at
lovely.
the same time.
Like cats are just, not all of them. Like I think like this. Not all the cats have a lovely temperament. Cinders is just magic. She's just so friendly and cuddly. So I think you're gonna love her. She's just gonna be lovely around the house.
Yeah,
And then
I hope
maybe
so.
she starts go out a little bit.
I definitely want to let her out the ass. They reckon 6 weeks indoors.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's going to have to be another 5 weeks indoors, I'm afraid, mate. But after that, you're welcome to go out as often as you like. That's not a problem.
And she's gonna love that. It's
Yeah.
gonna be she's gonna catch all the spiders and
Mate, bring me little presents.
yeah, birds, mice.
Mate, they're there for you. I'll put them aside.
Oh no, thanks.
Yeah, little gifts for you. But let me just share one little story, right? So Cinders isn't a big cat. Would you say Cinders is average size
Average size.
average?
Yeah, average size.
Now, so Cinders came litter trained.
Interesting. That's good.
Yeah, that's an advantage of getting a rescue cat is that
definitely
they're not necessarily a kitten, so they've they've had a life. So in theory, they're sort of set up for home life. So Cinders is litter trained. So I got a nice litter tray and everything, a little private one with a little flap that you have to walk through, so it closes behind you, so you can poo in private, basically.
Ow.
And what happened there?
I don't know.
She's still your mate.
She has stabbed me.
She hissed. Oh,
I must have maybe touched her inappropriately or something.
do you know what? You see that bald patch on her neck? I think that's where they plant a chip. That might be, maybe it's a little bit sore there. I've been nervous of that area and haven't touched it. So I guess it's probably something.
Well, I just did because she bit me.
She beat you?
A little bit.
Oh, mate. It is me she loves.
I think I actually touched her there. Oops.
Oh, dear. She's still your mate.
You sure? Because her ears went flat. They're not up here.
Well, they're not now. Look, she's giving you that slow blink of trust. Yeah. Slow blink of trust. Come here, you silly tart. She's fine, mate. Anyway, so the litter tray, right? So it's funny because over a period of a couple of days, I watched her check out the litter tray and I'm thinking, please use it. Don't shit on my carpet. Because she found this little cubby hole under the L-shaped sofa over there. And she used to crawl in there and she'd be in there for hours on end. And I'm like, please don't shit and piss in there. Just please. So she was checking out the litter tray and finally she started using it. And this was all in the front room. So when you bring home a rescue cat, you got to position everything they need within eyesight. So their food, their litter tray, it's all got. They'll find a cubby. They'll find a corner. They'll find it. When they found it, you then position everything around that, and then that's it. So that all happened in the front room. That's where it all went down. So the litter tray was in the front room, and the food was in the front room. And then we got 3 or 4 days later, and I was like, we have to move it. And I then moved it into the kitchen, and thank God I moved it into the kitchen because yesterday, oh my God, this cat is like an average size cat. I came down the corridor yesterday and the smell, oh my God, it's like 5 of me did a poo in the kitchen. It was ridiculous. I didn't know cat poo smelled. Like,
what did you think of a smell of roses?
Well, I didn't think it'd smell like a man's.
And then cat pee? That's even worse.
Honestly, so I came down the corridor and it was ridiculous. The stink that came out of this litter tray was like honestly, it was it was like a dinosaur had pooed. It was unbelievable. In my whole life, I've never smelt a poo from a cat like that, and I'm wondering, have I done something wrong? Have I fed her the wrong
What are you
food?
feeding her dead
This
dead
is it.
animals?
I don't know what she's been eating overnight. I've just been putting out cat food, but Jesus, this stench was so bad. Honestly, it was like worse than a
Terrifying.
human. You know when someone does a real, and you're like, oh my God, you stunk out the house. This was worse. So I had to put it in the what do you call the brown bin where you put all the organic stuff. So I had to empty the litter tray into that, and then thankfully it was
Yeah.
gone. But honestly, I was unaware that cats could do poos 6 inches long. that that like
Do you have a little scooper? A pooper scooper?
what, to like pick out the poo?
Yeah. It's like a little scooper thing, and then there's like gaps so the litter can fall through and the poop stays on top.
I don't have one of those.
You need one of those.
I guess but where do you put it? You poop or scoop it where?
Into a green bag and you put it in the brown bin.
So you put it into the green,
Yeah,
into
because
a green.
you will figure out that
Right.
how expensive litter is.
Well,
So you will utilize it as much as you can instead of tipping it out and pouring a new one in.
I understand. That all makes sense now, because when I was filling up the litter tray today, I was like, oh, blimey, I'm through half a bag already.
Exactly. So the pooper scooper will help you with that.
So I've got to poop the scoop. Scoop the poop.
Scoop the poop the scoop.
I've got to scoop the poop
And
put it in.
Yeah, I will get my mum on to you. My mum can sort you out with some cost saving tips.
I've got loads of them green bags, by the way.
Yeah.
I've got like loads backed up, so that's good. But
Yeah.
interesting, right? Okay, well, I'll start doing that then. But
Mhm.
yeah, I genuinely didn't know that. Like, I'd seen dogs do massive poos, but we're talking big dogs. But I can't believe that poo came out of that thing's ass. Honestly, ridiculous.
Anyway, well, this week's episode was just pure awkwardness.
Yeah, awkward for me.
Awkward for me.
Yeah.
I have one thing, just something new I watched. I'm not going to get into it too deep, and then we're wrapping up, I think.
You've got something new, haven't you?
I have something new, and I think some people may already have saw me posting about it or talking about it, or I think it's going to be discussed widely by people. And it's the new Louis Theroux documentary on Netflix called Inside the Manosphere.
Inside the Manosphere.
And I watched it, and mixed feelings. I don't want to give too much away. Go watch it. It's an interesting watch. It's a difficult watch for some. I don't know. I thought, it's in a very important topic that we need to be discussing. It's obviously these interesting masculine role models, the likes of Andrew Tate and Justin Waller and Sneeko and all of these HS. This guy was on the documentary, was called HS Tiki Talkie, and oh my lord, what a waste of air on earth.
Is he just a massive knob?
Yep. Honestly, yeah. So go watch it. Very interesting. Would love to hear your views and opinions on that. I think we need to discuss more of gender dynamics. There are some good points made on the documentary, obviously, around they interview a couple of the young boys who they like randomly meet on the streets in America who idolize these guys.
Right.
And they ask them, why or what's the attraction there. And I can understand these young guys searching for answers, searching for hope. And these people make them feel special.
Okay.
So these young men struggle to find their place in the world. They struggle to be valued, and also because I think there's a bit of a stalemate between the two genders, between the females and the males, the men and the women. I feel like men women are not. Women just want to feel safe, and they don't feel safe at the moment. And men just want to be respected, and they're not being respected. So there's a bit of a kind of disconnect at the moment between the two parties.
Yeah.
And hence why in times of need and in times of despair, these type of figures will arise and offer false hope
All right.
to
I get
young
it.
men. And I think it's the same for women. I see some
It's
toxic female role models too.
kind of sounds cult-ish.
It is. It is also the program shows you that these so-called role models, the likes of Justin and HS Tiki Toki and all of these guys, this Andrew Tate, they're like selling these programs, or they telling you that you can invest and you can earn money and make money and do this. And then Louis Theroux puts money in £500 or something, and then just watches the money eventually disappear
Yeah.
because there's like no real investment, no real making money or nothing.
It's a scam, right?
It is a scam. It's a bit of a like a pyramid type of scheme, and
Right.
only the people at the top are benefiting. And I hoped that Louis would have got in deeper into the conversation around people putting the money in, and what are they hoping to get in return, and how do they feel if they don't get anything in return, why they keep putting the money in, because there was one of the young guys they spoke to was homeless.
Wow.
Imagine you're homeless and you're
How
watching and you're
vulnerable would you
watching this guy. Again, I think Justin Waller was a little bit different because Justin Waller actually started a legitimate iron business.
Right.
So iron buildings and erections and all that. So like he's got a business, but some of the other ones are purely just influencers.
Right.
So there's a bit of a difference there.
Yeah.
I would have hoped. I also thought like Louis Theroux didn't push them as much as I was hoping for them.
He's normally proper edgy and goes. He's not afraid to ask a straight question or an awkward question.
there was a couple of questions, but then it ended up being tit for tat. I don't know. I'm just not. I don't know. Maybe I had higher expectations because I have watched most of the Louis Theroux documentaries and I have followed him for years, and his stuff is amazing, and I was a big fan. And all of a sudden, I felt like this was a bit of a half-baked documentary. It was lacking depth. Then again, some people left me comments on my TikTok saying, "Well, maybe you should watch it again so you could understand it." And I'm like, okay, I will watch it again.
Sure, maybe a
I
second
am going to
watch.
watch it again. I am going to watch it again to see whether I missed something. But watch it. I think, regardless of quality, what I think of quality, there is an equal amount of people who think it was amazing. So watch it. It starts the conversation. We need to have these conversations. We need to address these toxic role models because our young men are watching them.
Yep.
Your Sid could be watching Andrew Tate. Or I don't know whether he ever mentioned or does Sid ever mention the role models he's following or male or anything like that?
I not in huge detail, but he seems pretty balanced.
Your Sid is super.
I don't know if he's vulnerable in that sense.
Yeah.
Because he's got everything he needs and more.
Yes, and he's happy and he's creative, and
there's no gaps.
Your Sid has such
no
a
void to fill.
Wonderful energy about him, and he's wholesome.
Yeah, there's no void to fill. So
no, there's no void to fill. I
don't think there's room for a negative influencer. Well, not yet. As he gets older, that could change, I guess. But I'll keep an eye on him because I don't know any of the other people you mentioned there, but I know of Andrew Tate, and I know that I'm not here to tell you how to think about Andrew Tate, but I know that some of his notions are not great. So take it, tread carefully if you find these guys seductive and cool. Take what they say with a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
You can't beat old-fashioned values.
And some of the stuff, don't get me wrong, like I'm not saying that these guys are completely off chart, yeah? Some of the ideologies that they share are quite edgy, yeah? There was one shared around traces if a woman that body count matters, that traces of male sperm stay within a woman. So there's a chance that the child can look like a previous partner.
Is that genetically true?
I don't know. I thought it was just so over the top, and then that's what Luther
That
he
don't sound
challenged.
right.
I know he challenged that. He says this is the prime example of misinformation.
Yeah, but like a sperm enters the egg, and then that's where the magic happens, right?
I know.
Traces of
Exactly.
don't become involved in that process. That's nonsense.
So there is some interesting kind of content in the documentary, or that
Wow.
these guys say, yeah. So, but then there's also now and again there is a glimpse of something that they share, like Justin Waller shared that, and I can see and I agree with when he says we went too far with the gender equality stuff, the Me Too movement. You know, we're not balanced. And that's what happens all the time, you know, in history. You go too far and too far right and too far left and all of the time. And, you know, we have to tip the scales to come back again. So he definitely makes valid point around, you know, that the scales they're not balanced. You know, we tip the scales, we're too far. You know, we tried to help, you know, women with whatever, you know, you're trying to work on the equality and all of that, but then now we're too far, and now we need to try and balance it back and also look after the men. When also what I agree with when they ask these young individuals, the young men, they ask them, you know, why obviously they follow these role models, so-called role models, and they talk about, you know, struggling to find their place in society, not being valued. And I think that's a common theme at the minute within young men, is not being valued, respected, struggling to find their place, having a purpose, knowing what they're doing with their lives, and you're only valued if you have money. Whereas a good-looking woman can be put in a good life, invited to places, or put on an expensive, super expensive yacht just because she's good looking. Whereas a man, have to earn his place in society.
Interesting.
So yeah. Anyway, that's just kind of the way I see it. I'm not right. I'm not wrong. Nobody is. Nobody, like, I don't know. Everybody has their own views and opinions. Go watch it. Make your own views and opinions. I'm, you know,
the manosphere. You said.
Inside the manosphere.
Inside the manosphere.
Yeah. So that's
I
something
hadn't
new
even
for
heard
the
of
week.
it.
There you go.
I hadn't even heard of it. How about that? So there you go.
There you
Something new. Fantastic. Let's do a bit of housekeeping then.
Yes.
So you're not away until June, so we're okay for a little bit. So we'll be back next Thursday, 8 p.m.
Yes.
Please join us. We're still
Yeah.
waiting for some suggestions, people, for topics we can cover. So, you know, please put them in. That would be awesome. If you haven't, for those of you on YouTube, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, please do so now, and share this with your network, please, so that we can get more followers. That would be absolutely awesome. For those of you that are listening on Spotify, do the same. For all the channels, let's just go through where you can find us. You can find us at TMI Thursdays, pretty much consistently at TMI Thursdays for all the channels at YouTube, Spotify, and what's your TikTok? Because we are live on TikTok, aren't we?
We are live on TikTok, yes.
So I think we should share that.
Yeah, you can also like follow. We don't have a TMI Thursdays TikTok. Maybe that's something we should start. At the moment, just Off the Dating Apps Club. That's what you call my TikTok. Off the Dating Apps Club.
There you go. We're Off the Dating Apps Club.
I
and
might
we're available
change it.
there.
I
Hey,
might
listen, you change it every month. Don't worry about it. It's just the name.
Listen, we also do have an email address, tmithursdays@gmail.com. If you want us to discuss your anonymous dilemma, share.
Dilemmas.
Yeah,
yes. Give us a dilemma to dissect.
Do you
that
know,
sounds
or
exciting.
something, or you want a piece of advice, fully anonymous, send us something, tmithursdays@gmail.com.
Love it.
And yeah, we'll
Fantastic.
be happy to help.
We will.
Yoda and
Yoda.
Yoda. You're Yoda and I'm Minty.
Was I Yoda or was I the sea tramp?
Yeah, you were the sea tramp, but I'm not keen on the sea because you're not a sea tramp.
It was just in the moment.
It was in the moment because you were wearing a t-shirt with paint on it, so you did
I
look
was.
like a tramp.
So since I did look like, and I walked in the sea, so I
With
was the
with
sea
his
tramp.
shorts cut above his knees. He did look like a sea tramp.
I did. So I do have swimming trunks now,
Yeah.
and I do have
Are we going Sunday?
not this
no,
Sunday.
You've got the kids this Sunday.
I
Next
do
week.
100%. I've got a new top, I've got new bottoms, and I got my Roby thing.
No more tramp.
No more tramp.
On that note, thank you very much, guys.
Yep. Have a lovely week. Peace, love, and unity, everybody. Take it easy.